excitement. I told my now husband on a blind date that I wanted 5 children. I'm still amazed he didn't run away, leaving a man-shaped hole in the restaurant wall. Nope, he was down for all of it. We both were. We had it all worked out. We knew exactly what kind of parents we were going to be. Of course, we're all experts before we have kids, right? I had no idea motherhood would be my greatest joy and also the hardest thing I would ever do. I wasn't prepared for how motherhood would change my life, and I certainly wasn't prepared for how it would change me. Physically, my body has never been the same. I've been tired now for 24 years, and I'm still searching for the perfect concealer to hide it. Contrary to my hopes, I did not roll out of the hospital in my pre-pregnancy jeans, and I've been way fluffier ever since. I finally made peace with the stretch marks, but I do still wish spray tans worked on them. After every spray tan, I look a bit like a tiger. And trampolines still make me pee, even if I haven't had water in 2 days. I must have a reserve just waiting for me to start jumping. Spiritually, motherhood brought me closer to God. I saw how I loved my firstborn. No matter how much of a tiny tyrant he was, my love for him was endless. It was a fierce, protective love that would make me fight a bear blindfolded with a butter knife if need be. I no longer wondered how God could love me so much. It made sense that God loved me with that same protective passion. What no one warned me about was the emotional toll of motherhood. Not a single person, book, magazine, or article warned me that motherhood would require raising my children and raising myself. No one told me that as my kids changed and developed, so would I. I knew about the joy and excitement motherhood would bring, and I had some clue about the exhaustion, both physical and mental. But I didn't know exhaustion could be followed by guilt, shame, and resentment if I didn't learn to care for myself. You aren't the only one. Being a mother is the most wonderful, life-changing, fulfilling job in the world. But it's also the most challenging, exhausting, leave you wanting to suck your thumb in a corner experience too. Both of these things are solid truth, existing together in the same space. Motherhood is like winning the lottery and working a nightmare job at the same time. It gives me purpose, and yet some days I feel lost and lonely. Being a mom is both rewarding and somehow also annoying. It gives life meaning, but also why does there have to be so much poop? We enter motherhood with crazy high expectations and don't for 1 second think they are unrealistic. Mostly, these expectations aren't of our own making. They are thrust upon us by our friends, our coworkers, our neighbors, our crazy Aunt Sarah, our parents and grandparents, and worst of all, social media. Between the parenting books, the baby showers, and heaven help us, the perfect gender reveal party, we start motherhood overwhelmed. We imagine cute newborn photo shoots where our babies don't cry and where we look like models just a few weeks after giving birth. We see ourselves jumping back into our regular work schedules and routines without missing a beat or a board meeting. We imagine that in motherhood we'll feel a lot like we felt before we had children, only happier. But motherhood is harder, messier, crazier, and more amazing than anything we could have imagined. Being a mother brings deep joy and meaning to life. The love we have for our kids is all-consuming and transformative. We aren't who we used to be. We are somehow changed in the most exquisite and inexplicable ways. We are more resilient, loving, and complex versions of our old selves. But there's also this other thing that happens in motherhood. Deep down, we have the unsettled feeling that we are somehow getting it wrong. It happens in the day-to-day when we feel like we may never be ourselves again, somehow drowning in diapers, dinners, and the desires of others. We ask ourselves, why can't I get it together? We look on social media and see all the other moms doing it well. These moms have their ducks in a row. Meanwhile, we don't even have ducks. We have squirrels, and they're at a rave. It must just be me, we think. Somehow we didn't get the secret motherhood memo telling us how to